All right, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about how this research organizer is used. The students are asked to come up with 10 data facts about their topic. Each of the students got to choose their own topic. So the overall arching subject is ancient Greece. Students first had to decide, do they want to do war? Do they want to do food? I have a student doing food. Someone's doing mythology. Of course, that's a really popular one. This person wanted to do war. And so after a little bit of research, we kind of narrowed it down to the Peloponnesian War. And so each student is taking their overall arching topic, mythology, food, clothing, whatever, and they're putting it to the question, how does Zeus affect the way that people live? How does the myth of Persephone affect the way that people live? So this person we're working with is, how did the Peloponnesian War affect the way the people lived? Um, and so actually I think that his was a little bit different. How did it change the way people did war? But the students are supposed to go in and they're supposed to go in and do their research. They're supposed to put the name of the article that they're choosing here. So let's say the name of the article is Wars of Ancient Greece. Okay, now that's the name of the article. And we talked about this briefly, but students have to create a hyperlink for the article that they're using, but the name of the title of the article should be here, not the actual hyperlink. And so we're teaching them a little bit of a skill here to go up to the insert link and create that there. Once they have that, once they have a data point where they can go back to the website, now they're ready to take notes. And I have told students they can copy and paste the notes here. They just have to make sure they're using quotation marks so that they know that it's a direct quote. Most of them are going to do copy and pasting. And so if they forget the quotes, I just quickly remind them and they go back and put them in. The citation over here on the side, they do not worry about until we are working together. So right now, all they're working on is making sure that they have a source, and that is the name of the article with a hyperlink. Now, if the students don't remember how to do the hyperlink, they can either look it up and figure it out themselves, which is hey, bravo, good for you, or they can just put the hyperlink here and I'll help them. I prefer them to try to do it on their own, but at the very least, I do want the hyperlink put here. Then on top of that, they need to make sure that they're taking notes. So for every data point, they have to ask themselves, does this piece of information answer that question? And if it does, that's a really good piece of information. If it doesn't, if it's just kind of giving background on Greece or the Peloponnesian War, they can use it for their introductory paragraph. They can put it down as a data point, but they don't want 10 pieces of information that is just kind of background information. They really want to make sure they're focusing on the question. And so the majority of their points need to be answering this question. Um, Everything that they pull from this website needs to be here. So we're going to say information. And then once they get the second piece of information, they're going to want to put a second bullet point here, more info, more info. So however many data points they pull from that website, all of that data point, all of those pieces of information have to be under this line right here. This one line right here is all connected to this source. Now, if they go over down here, if they find another website, or if they look up a book, I've got lots of books on ancient Greece in the classroom, they can put the title of the book. So they can do History of Greece. Maybe they have that as the book. And if it is a book, they will just write book. And then they will pull the information again right here. Once the second portion that I'm going to work on them with is how to cite the information. So they will put the citations over here. What this does is it gives them, one, a place to go back to the source, a place to keep their notes, but then when they're required to do their bibliography, everything is already done, and all they have to do is, on this citation, after we go through how to cite information, they don't have to learn how to set up a bibliography at the same time learning how to do a citation. The citations, theoretically, ideally, will already be finished because we will have done them together over here. And then when it comes to writing their paper, we're just transferring that information from this notes onto their bibliography, and then they're good to go. So, yeah, that's it.